Blackstone Publishing presents War Music, an account of Homer's Iliad, by Christopher Logue. This book is read by Simon Vance. Editor's Preface. Christopher Logue died in 2011, at the age of 85. His funeral was held in London at St. Paul's Church, Covent Garden, nicknamed the Actors' Church. The service ended memorably and movingly when from behind the mourners a lone trumpeter played a verse of the Victorian hymn, "What a Friend We Have in Jesus," the tune to which soldiers of the First World War sang the less pious but equally yearning words, "When this lousy war is over." War music, indeed, and an emotionally overwhelming theatrical coup. Perhaps at that moment it was on the minds of many in the congregation to wonder if, before his death, Logue had been able to complete his magnum opus, the rewriting of the Iliad, Homer's epic of lousy war, which had occupied him for 5 decades, and for which he is now best known. He had not. Old age and illness had prevented it, so by that reckoning this volume is incomplete. It represents, nonetheless, a poetic achievement of the highest order. What it offers, in simple terms, is the attempt of a man who had served briefly as a soldier but who had never fought in battle to understand the nature of war and to find narrative and musical expression for it. Although he used the Iliad as his guiding text, Logue's purpose was decidedly not to make a translation. He enters the fray more actively than any translator could have done. The given material, setting, principal characters, plot, are recognizably Homeric, but so much had to be changed if this was to become a work fit to address, however obliquely, the realities of our own bellicose era. Hence the speeded-up, frequently cinematic reimagining of scenes, both in the world of the gods and on the battlefield. Hence the racy and sometimes harsh and jarring language. Hence the flagrant anachronism of many of the metaphors, all designed to startle us into recognition of what, in Homer, remains eternally true and applicable to our condition. None of this force is lost through failure to be completed. We are lucky, in fact, that a sufficient number of passages that would almost certainly have gone into War Music's projected final book, Big Men Falling a Long Way, can be salvaged to give a broad idea of both the book's shape and its moods. For the rest, we have, I can't quite say pure Logue, but let's call it the magnificently rich impurity that resulted.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?